Hi, I'm Will and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a tone talk. What is an edge of breakup clean tone? Let's talk about it. So first things first, let's just talk about the difference between a clean tone and an edge of breakup clean tone. If there is breakup, then it is not a clean tone. That is a sound that is being overdriven to break up. So let's just start by saying that. There are some YouTube streamers out there that I love that I think it's hilarious sometimes where they will say, hey, I've dialed in like an edge of breakup sound, and they go and play a chord and it is full on saturation and crunch. And then they themselves will laugh about it after the fact and say, well, maybe it's a little gainier than an edge of breakup sound. But there's truth in that. An edge of breakup tone is meant to be like a clean channel with a push, with an extra gear. If you've only got 5, this is the 6th gear sound. It allows you to dig in and get some breakup and saturation from the amp if you want it, and then you can roll the volume down a little bit and everything will clean up. So we're gonna talk about the two different things. We're gonna talk about a clean sound and then an edge of breakup sound. There are advantages and disadvantages of both. A pure clean sound will have very bright percussive transients. Now what I mean by transients is when you first attack a note, when you first pluck a note, you'll hear a very distinct transient, a pop, the snap of the note, a percussive sound. When you introduce an edge of breakup sound, you're adding gain to that sound, which adds natural compression, and compression naturally would pull those pops, those peaks, those transients, it will pull them down a little bit. So if you want like a Corey Wong, Mark Lettieri funky thing, you want pure clean, baby. That's what you want. You want to be able to spank all of those notes so they all come out and pop, and they don't hang around for a while. Now, if you want to play a lot of open chord things and single note lines, you probably want just a little bit of breakup in that sound so that after the initial strike of the note, after you pluck the note for the first time, it doesn't just disappear because the transient is gone and that's where all the information is. It sits in that gain and compression. So there you go. That's like a brief idea of what an edge of breakup sound is versus a pure clean tone. So I'm gonna grab a guitar, I'm gonna fire up one of these amps, and we're gonna play it and talk through some different strategies and advantages of doing both ways. All right, let's dive into this amp really quickly. I'll tell you what it is. This is a Ceriatone, His Royal Majesty. They're made out in Malaysia. Nick is the guy that owns and runs it. He's an awesome individual. Ceriatone has been super, super kind to me. They make amazing amps. I've got this one and then a AH Deluxe 100, which is effectively a 3-channel Marshall, a particular variant, a brown eye variant. It's fantastic. It's got a great clean channel and the 2 overdrives are great. But we're going to talk about these amps and that brand later in a later episode. But today we just want to focus on this amp and what it does. This is a D-style amplifier. So it does the blues funk thing super, super well. Today we're running it in kind of a very clean setting, and then we'll mess with the preamp volume and then effectively treat this as a post-phase, what is that, PPMIV, post-phase master inverter volume. Effectively treat that as a master volume for the amp. So nothing else in the power section is changing, nothing in the EQ is changing. It's just the preamp gain and then the final signal level going to the power tubes. So I'm gonna play this amp first. Nothing, no pedals are on. We're gonna go super clean. So this is the neck humbucker, full volume, preamp volume at 4 out of 10. That's such a great clean tone to me. It's big, it's full, there's plenty of low end that stays consistent through the whole sound. There's enough jangle and top end there that you have clarity. And the mids aren't super scooped, they're right where they're supposed to be holding. So if I were to play that same sound and really kind of play aggressively, you would hear it, you would hear a little teeny tiny bit of breakup. Okay, but that's, I almost never be playing the neck humbucker on a clean channel like that. So let's go to the 4 position on this, which I believe are these 2 coils. This is a very stratty kind of sound. Another thing about this amp is how percussive it is. It's such a unique sound, how the low end just stays with you on everything. I'm gonna play soft first, then I'll play harder, and you'll hear how this thing on a split sound stays clean through all of it. Just clean. It's just clean. Clean, clean, clean. So that is a clean tone, and that's what I like to use. I like to have a flat bass. It's the paradox of would you rather have it too cold or too hot? If it's too hot, you can only take off so many clothes. If it's too cold, you can put so many layers on, right? If you get an edge of breakup tone right out of the gate, you can only clean it up so much and play hard if you want to do a funky percussive thing. So I like a clean tone. So what we're going to do is we're going to crank the preamp gain here, go to 8. We're going to bring our output volume down considerably because it is a bit of a volume jump. So there you go. You can tell that when I play hard, that really tries to break up. Here's the neck humbucker, and we'll play soft. Now if I dig in a bit, just checking levels over here. Seems okay. That's big. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back to, let me explain why. The reason why some people like an edge of breakup tone is because as you bring the gain up, you get a little more mid-range content into your sound. So as natural amp compression happens, your low end kind of falls away, tightens up, your top end comes in just a little bit. So you're getting a little more of a compressed sound. Your low end, your transients, your big hits aren't gonna be as big, which means your top end and your low end won't be as loud. And by doing that, your mid-range pushes up a little bit. Now, what makes that unique is when you start to add overdrive pedals. Most overdrive pedals are gonna have a little bit of a mid-hump to them anyways. They're gonna kick the mid-range just a little bit. Some transparent overdrives will have like a bass and high or bass treble, whatever they label it, control knob that allows you to kind of retain some of that. Very few overdrives don't really color the sound and kind of leave your amp the way it sounds. It just adds some gain. So when you have an edge of breakup tone and add a gain pedal, you should get an influx of mid-range, which will help you stick out in a band. So what I have is a Timmy on the little mini pedal board here. It's set to gain at like 1030, so it's not much. So we'll go to the clean channel. So this is, we're gonna stay on the single coils for all of this because I think it demonstrates that the best. Since they're kind of a scoop sound, you'll really hear the difference in the Timmy on a clean platform and then the Timmy on an edge of breakup platform. So here is the clean single coil sounds. Here's the Timmy. Love that overdrive pedal. Okay, so now really quickly, we go to the other one. So here, this is now volume back on 8. So some breakup in there. Now let's add the Timmy pedal. For sure there's more mid-range there, but you can definitely tell that there's more mid-range in that. And I can show you, let's go to the neck humbucker and just play some single note stuff. So here is the Timmy, preamp at 4, master back at where it was with the Timmy on. So a clean platform with the overdrive, okay? And this is just neck humbucker, everything at full. Okay, try to play somewhat the same thing. So. Yeah, you can just tell that there's more mid-range in that sound than on the clean platform. So that's the difference between a clean sound and an edge of breakup sound. And it's really up to you and your preference and what the gig calls for as to which you would rather have. So with all that being said, what tone today was your favorite? Was it a clean platform? Was it an edge of breakup platform? Was it when the Timmy was engaged? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, I'd like to challenge you. If you have a piece of gear that you've had for a long time, and as soon as you got it, you kind of found a setting that you liked and you've just left it since then, I'd love to challenge you to spend some extra time with whatever piece of gear that is, twist some knobs, push it to an extreme, and just see what you come up with. I'm willing to bet that you're gonna find that you love something about taking that piece of gear out of your normal comfort zone. And if you do decide to do that, please comment below. I'd love to know what that is. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's an honor to get to spend this time with you. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We're gonna be releasing new videos every Monday. So until then, have a great week. We'll see you next time.